Defensive end, pass rusher, off the edge, Trey Hendrickson has signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's a big contract too. 4 years, over $60 million, and in 2 years, $32 million. Trey Hendrickson was one of the more intriguing pass rushers on the market because he was absolutely phenomenal in his last year in 2020, right? Near the league lead in sacks. Over 10 plus sacks, 12 plus sacks last year. But the rest of his career has been kind of okay, kind of average, kind of replacement level, kind of just rotation level. Nothing special, nothing all pro, nothing Pro Bowl about it. So you always wonder about those players, right? Is this a Vic Beasley situation or is this a Shaq Barrett situation, right? Pick your poison. Are they getting Shaq Barrett after he had 19 sacks? Or are they getting Vic Beasley after he led the league in sacks in 2016? So it could go either way. Sometimes guys have sacks and they're awesome the next year. Sometimes not so much. So it's a gamble, I think, more so than re-signing Carl Lawson. But they had to make some move happen. They had to replace Carl Lawson, who was their best pass rusher. They no longer have Carlos Dunlap. Trey Hendrickson is a very good pass rusher. I tend to believe that he is legit. I tend to believe that he is good, okay? Because what I see from him is some performances where he took over, and namely the Tampa Bay Buccaneer games, okay? He took over in those games. Multiple sacks, multiple pressures in Brady's face. Even in the playoffs playing hurt, he was still pretty good. So Trey Hendrickson, not known to be the most well-rounded edge player, right? Doesn't play a ton of snaps, isn't the greatest versus the run, but I fully believe he is capable of doing so. And I fully believe that he can do it. Like, I think just because Cam Jordan and Marcus Davenport were there, you shouldn't penalize a guy for just playing a part of a team. I really like Trey Hendrickson. I don't know if he's worth all of this money. I would have preferred to sign him to a 1 or a 2 year deal, just personally, if possible, than a 4-year deal, just because of the potential risk. But I do get the contract, right? So the contract is 2 years, $32 million. So most of the money is at the front of the contract. So that makes a lot of sense if you are Cincinnati, because you're saying this guy's rather going to be really good at the beginning or he's going to suck. So we'll know within the first or second year if this guy is going to give us production. If not, we'll move on and we'll have a way to void those numbers. So I like the way they structured it, and I believe Trey Hendrickson is a good fit for this defense. He gives you probably not the same amount of well-roundedness as Carl Lawson, but most of his career, Lawson has been mostly a pass rusher. So I don't see too much of a difference here. Hendrickson, it has a very high motor, just really good technique, really good hands, good finesse, good bend. And I think suits this team. I think if the Bengals are looking to rebuild their defense, you want to have a defensive lineman that is tough, blue collar type. And I feel that's Trey Hendrickson. So I like the fit. Fits a traditional Bengals edge player. And I like that they were able to replace Carl Lawson here. Maybe they were even higher on Hendrickson than they were Lawson. We will not know. But I think it's a good move. So Hendrickson to the Cincinnati Bengals to replace Carl Lawson. The Bengals get themselves a new pass rusher.